Korea to retired four-star General Jack King. General, what do you make of that? You and I bounced that around. That, you know, strategies work on many, many levels, and this is a way to get the Chinese to help us more in North Korea. Maybe that was telegraphed with the North Korean leader going to China. And, well, what do you think?
Well, I think what the Trump administration has been doing ever since they got into power is really resetting the strategic framework in dealing with China. And it transcends geopolitical issues, economic trade issues. Their national security strategy came out and identified China as a long-term strategic competitor to the United States and a potential adversary. No one had ever done that before. And so what we've been doing then with China is China participated in, to date, the most aggressive economic sanctions on North Korea, with the United States' insistence on that. Number two, China, in public statements during Kim Jong-un's visit to President Xi, the head of state in China, they both made public statements reporting in the Chinese media that they intend to denuclearize the peninsula. And they used the word they're committed to it. That is a major step.
But didn't the father say the same thing?
They did. They did. And we're very much aware of that. But things have changed. They can be coming into the meetings with President Trump and play him for time, advance the technology, try to get some concessions out of it. Certainly that can be going on. My instincts are that something else is going on. And we forced them to this position. Also, we know and we have told China not just about the trade imbalance and intellectual property theft, which we're dealing with this week, certainly, with these tariffs, but also how they've been trampling over our allies and U.S. interests in the Pacific region, and grinding down the sovereignty of our allies on a regular basis, militarizing the Pacific region. They want to dominate and control of it, and they want the United States out of it. We're on a collision course with China. I mean, we'll work this relationship because we've got to work it. It's the most important bilateral relationship the United States has in its kit bag, frankly. And we don't want to wind up in a conflict with China. China doesn't want that either. But we will have confrontation with them, as we're having right here now over trade.
We're calling them out essentially for cheating, for lying, the Chinese, or for trying to steal some of our technology and all that stuff that you've gotten into over the years. And they don't like being called on it globally. So how do you dial that back? Or do you just not play games like that? This president is saying, look, my predecessors, Republican and Democrat, look the other way because they own our debt and they feel beholden to them, but I'm not going to play that game.
No, this president's taking the gloves off. He knows that the Chinese know full well that they have been taking advantage of the United States through a succession of presidents, economically, trade-wise, and most recently in the last 4 or 5 years, geopolitically as well. This president's going to stop that. So he's begun to reset the table dealing with China, crossing many issues, despite the fact that we need China as we pursue denuclearizing North Korea. It certainly complicates the issue. I'm not suggesting it doesn't. It does. But at the end of the day, China does not want war on the peninsula. That's an impediment to all of their very ambitious objectives that they have for themselves in terms of the One Belt, One Road initiative, their major economic engine.
But no one goes into it willingly risking war. It happens because someone miscalculated, right?
No, I think if war breaks out, it'll be calculated.
Okay.
It'll be because the United States believes that there's no other alternative but that option, and they're going to have to execute some kind of military option. I don't think we're going to do that, but I'm convinced it's clearly an option.
All right. General, very good seeing you again. Thank you very much.
Good to see you.